Last weekend, Luangpa didn't give a Dhamma talk. Luangpa apologized for the people who reserved the seats inside the hall because Luangpa had some agenda that he had to attend to. He had to attend his mother's funeral. I hope you can forgive me. My mother is lived for a long time. She was 100 years old and 5 months and 25 days old when she passed. She was very patient, very kind. She was bedridden for a long time. And she listened to Luangpa's Dhamma talk on YouTube. She listened to it all day long. Her mind was with Dhamma. She listened to the Dhamma because her son ordained as a monk, and because she loved her son, so she listened to the Dhamma too. So she had a beautiful passing. On the day when she passed, which was on December 8th, one day after Luangpa's birthday, she fell asleep and she woke up at 4 a.m. And Luangpa's sister asked, "How do you feel? Are you hurt anywhere?" She said, "No, I'm not hurt." She had full sati. She was fully aware. And then she fell asleep. And she passed on in her sleep in the morning. It was a quiet passing, comfortable passing. So Luangpa had to go to Bangkok and attended to her funeral last week. That's why Luangpa couldn't give a Dhamma talk last weekend. Luangpa gave a Dhamma talk at her funeral. Luangpa did his duty. Everyone, when we are born, we have a duty. It's not that we only have rights. The younger generation, they miss that. They only call out for their rights, but they don't know their duties. They want their rights to vote, to do this and that. Like their duty to serve the country, they don't want that. They only want the rights. That's not possible. That is selfish. This morning, Luangpa taught the people who ordained here before that every one of us have a duty. As a lay people, we have a duty as a lay people. As monks, they have a duty as monks. If you have a family, you have your spouses, you have your parents, you have your children, you have a duty to take care of them. To take care of your parents, that is a merit. To take care of your spouse and your children, that is also collecting merit. Some have a shallow thought and they want to abandon their duty and ordain as monk. That's not right. If you have a duty, you have to perform your duty. You have to do your duty. If you do your duty, that's not gonna forbid your path to enlightenment. If you abandon your duty, you will feel guilty. You will feel ashamed. That will not support in your practice. One time there was a person who ordained and he wanted to be enlightened, and then he worried about his parents, his wife. When he was at home, he missed the temple. When he was at the temple, he missed his parents, his wife, and his home. That was not right. When we have a duty to take care of our family, take care of children, that is not gonna stop you from enlightenment. If you have the right mind, if you don't have the right mind, then it will forbidden you the path toward enlightenment. When we do our duty, that is training our mind to be selfless, to be patient. When Luangpo practiced before, about 40 years ago, Luangpo wanted to ordain too, but Luangpo had a duty to take care of his family, take care of his parent. Luangpo, in his mind, wanted to ask Luangpu Dun that if he's going to be able to ordain in the future, but he didn't ask. Luangpo knew then that Luangpo's mind had greed to abandon his duty and ordained. That is not right. So Luangpo did his duty as a lay person. He took care of his family, took care of his parent. He had a job, and when he worked, he works to his full capability. There was a woman who worked at the same place and knew Luangpo well. That she wanted to practice all the time. She wanted to do the practice walking meditation all the time, even during the work hours. But that's not correct. Your duty is to work because they hire you to do the job. It's not they don't not hire you to practice to do the walking meditation. So that's not correct. That's not right. When you practice, we have to see which duty we have to do, then we do it and train ourselves. Be patient, be perseverance to persevere to your own greed, your own wanting. So as a lay person, you can still practice too. Luangpo had a family when Luangpo was a lay person, and he still practiced well. Even the monk had to ask him, how did you do it? Because he practiced very well. He progressed faster than the monk who ordained for 10, 20 years, because Luangpo progressed very well only in 1 year. The monk who took care of the master saw Luangpo's progress and wondered that Luangpo progressed very well, and the master complimented Luangpo when he was a lay person that he practiced very well. Luangpo replied, I practice all day long. And the monk got confused. How do you practice all day long? Don't you have to work? Don't you have to take care of your family, your homes, and everything else? How do you practice all day long then? If you understand how to practice, it will not, your duty will not prevent you from the practice. If your job, your duty is not corrupt, morally corrupt, then it will not prevent you from progressing. If you perform your duty, you will also accumulate patience, perseverance, kindness. So don't complain that you are too busy to practice. The previous king, he was very busy. He worked all day and night, but he was still a very good practitioner. He didn't have a lot of time. Sometimes he only had 5 minutes, 10 minutes in between work. He didn't abandon them. He would practice in that 5 or 10 minutes. But for you, the students, you usually just send the mind out to watch the movies, listen to the music, or go out to play. That is running away from the suffering. That is not the true rest. If you are a true practitioner, the true rest is to be away from the outer things. For example, if you stay home, if you are at home, you will have a space that is a safe zone, and you to be alone. You can sit or do the walking meditation. You can tell your family member that you are going to rest in this space. Don't disturb you at this hour. Luangpo had a safe zone at home when he was a lay person. You can make your home peaceful and you can practice there also. You can have your solitude, physical solitude, anywhere at home. It's just your personal space. You're not gonna talk to other people. Keep the mobile phone away from you. The mobile phone, that is the worst thing that can break your silence, because people will send you messages and you wanted to send them back. So every day, try to set out your personal space, personal time. At home, you can do that at home. Set aside a time to be alone, your personal time. Tell your family members not to disturb you at this time. When Luangpo was working, after work, when he get home, he would watch a little news, and he would not watch the soap opera after the news. And then he would practice in his own time. Someday his mind was very exhausted from work. So Luangpo relaxed his mind a little bit before he started to practice. Luangpo had many ways to relax his mind by reading a comic book. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not funny, but it's just changing his emotion. So he can stay with the mind that is happier. Sometimes he would look at the Buddha amulet. He enjoy looking at them, and his mind become peaceful. So after the mind was peaceful, then he could start practice. As he said, as he breathed in, he said Put. As he breathed out, he said To. Or if he do the walking meditation, he would know so as the body moves. He would drink a lot of water before he go to bed, so he could wake up during the night. When he woke up, he would practice. He would sit on his bed and do the sitting meditation. And as he practiced, he told himself that if his mind is not peaceful, he will not go back to bed, go back to sleep. So if you understand how to practice, it will not prevent you from life activity, will not prevent you from the practice. If you don't understand, even though you go to the temple, your mind will not be peaceful for you to practice. Some say that, oh, I don't want to take care of my parents. They're sick and I don't want to take care of them. There's too much work. They know someone who said that before. She was the director and worked at the Ministry of Public Health, and her mom was not well. She left work early to take care of her mom. Her mom is different from others. Is that her mom had to cling on to her, that her body part, some of her body part had to touch her daughter at all times. If she didn't see her daughter, she would not, she would worry. She performed her duty. Well, every time she thought of this, that she took care of her mom well, every time she thought of that, her mind is happy. So don't say that your work is, you have too much work, that your family is too busy. They always disturb you, that so you cannot practice. Don't complain about that. You can always practice, except the time that you have to work and you have to think, and the time that you sleep. Any other time than that, you can practice at all the time. Every day, set aside a time to do the formal practice, and don't worry if your mind is peaceful or not. There's no excuse not to practice. Those who say that I don't have enough time to practice, those are excuses to protect your own defilement. Everyone said that they want Nibbana, but they don't practice. So to set your space, your physical space, that is important. You have to have your own space, not to be apart from others. Luang Por knew people who always have activities. They always help others. They always got engaged into different activities. That's a lot of time wasted. If you know how to practice, you have to know how to separate your physical self away from others, and also separate your mental self from others. To separate your mental self from others is that you have to have the object of meditation. The object of meditation is the object that when the mind stays with, the mind is happy to stay with. For example, if your mind is busy, you can come back to the object of meditation for the mind to rest, to stay with. When Luang Por was a layperson and when he was working, his work was very, very busy. He had to contact a lot of people. But Luang Por had a mental space. He could have the mental space during work, even during in the meeting. Before the meeting started, he had 10 minutes, 5 minutes before the meeting started. He didn't close his eyes, but his mind stayed with Buddha, stayed with his breath. Nobody knew that he was practicing, but his mind was with his object of meditation. At that time, those short time, his mind was solitude. The mind did not go out to mingle with others. The mind stayed with the object of meditation. When Luang Por had to take a bus, and he also practices mental solidation and also physical solidation, that he was far apart, although he was surrounded by a lot of people, but his physical form and his mental form was away from all of them. The mind stayed with the object of meditation, and his body was just knowing that the body was moving. Sometimes Luang Po had to take a ferry to go to work because Luang Po's home was close to the river. As he walked to work, as he took the ferry was packed, but he felt that he was alone, although he was surrounded by a lot of people, because his trained mind, his physical body, his mind they were not mingling with other people, were not clinking with other people. When you sit in ferry, it is very enjoyable because you can look at the water. A lot of people, the mind's lost. People who take a bus, because the bus is packed and hot, so the minds are usually quite tense. But people's mind in the ferry, they usually are lost because it's more comfortable, breezy in the ferry. But no matter what type of transportation, Luang Po's mind were not clinging on other people. It stayed with the object of meditation. The body didn't mingle with other people. He didn't talk to anyone. So he had his own space, even though he was surrounded by a lot of people. So if you practice, you can practice all day long. After work, you can go home, go directly to home, take a shower, relax just a little bit and practice. You can be solitude away from the defilement. You can do that when the defilement arises. It usually follow our thoughts. Usually it's not a good thought. So we can think of good things instead of the bad thoughts. When we think bad things, when we think of the vengeance or anger or lust or wanting, the defilement that didn't arise before will arise. So the way to train the mind to be solitude is to not arouse yourself to think of bad things. We cannot stop ourselves from thinking, so but we can lead ourselves think of good things. We can lead ourselves to think of the moral precept we already kept. We can lead ourselves to think of the merit we have done. We can contemplate our death, that life is impermanent. We can contemplate on the good people we have met. Luang Po did this before when Luang Po's mind was busy. When he thought of the princess of Thailand, she was very kind. Her name is Somdet Pathet. Luang Po's mind is happy and peaceful. So you can think of the good people. You can think of the king, the queen, the princess, that they have done so much for the country, for the people. His mind was happy, peaceful. This is why Luang Po liked to watch the news. But now Luang Po haven't watched the news anymore. Before, Luang Po used to watch this news about the royal family because that make his mind happy and peaceful. They are like the angels on earth. Every time Luang Po think of them, Luang Po's mind is happy and peaceful. This is a trick to train the mind to be happy, peaceful. But if your mind is busy and driven by the lust, the greed, the anger, then the defilement would arise. Like for the young monks, they still have a lot of hormones, male hormones. that would arouse them to think of arouse them to have sexual thoughts. So they have to be careful of the thoughts. So instead of thinking of to have the pleasure thoughts, they can contemplate on how ugly the body is, how smelly the body is. This is to combat the defilement. You don't have to be lost to defilement and be led by the defilement. You can contemplate the something opposite. For example, another example is that if you hate someone, if you think of that, if you hate someone, you would think of that person more often. For example, if you don't like this person, your mind would think that this person, when is he gonna die? You don't like that person so much. So let's think backward that everyone in the world is like this. There are many selfish persons in the world. Even in Thailand too. During the Thailand revolution, there's so many disturbance. People fight for power, fought for powers, and all of them are gone now. You can contemplate death, that everyone will have to leave this world eventually. If you're angry or you hate someone, you don't have to mingle with those people. You can send them loving and kindness. So the defilement that would arise, it will not have so much power. This is combating the defilement with samadhi. But if you are combating defilement with sati, is that you can know so when the defilement arises. But to forever eradicate the defilement is to cultivate the insight of vipassana, to see the true phenomena that the body and mind are suffering. There's nothing but suffering that arises. There's no suffering that ceases. If you can truly see this, the defilement would not arise. If you can do that, the mind will collectively come together and is called the great collective of the mind. The mind will wash away the deep-seated defilement. This is the result of the permanently eradicate the defilement. But to do that, you have to cultivate vipassana or the insights. Samadhi and sati, they can battle the defilement temporarily. I have a question. As a layperson, can you separate yourself, called solitude 3? Can you separate yourself physically, mentally away? If you have to be with a lot of people, you can train your mind. So your mind will feel that it has its solitude. If you can do that, the body will automatically becomes, it will feel like it is away from others. Another type of being solitude is to have sati, to be aware that to know so of the true phenomena of the physical and mental phenomena as they really are, with the mind that is with equanimity. This is how Luangpo summarized the practice. If you want to practice samatha, Luangpo also summarized it that you can lead the mind to stay with the object of meditation, that the object of meditation that the mind likes. And when you cultivate vipassana, is that to know so of the mental and physical phenomena as they really are, with the mind that is with equanimity. Have sati, be mindful to know. When you have sati, you can know that now you are sitting, now the mouth is moving. Know that you can know so that the body is moving. You can know the presence of the physical phenomena. But if you want to, if you know so of the mental phenomena, it's not right at the present, it's right after the mental phenomena arise. Like when, for example, when the lust arise, the lust must arise first. And then you have sati to know that the mind before was with lust. The mind before was with anger. The mind before was lost. The mind before was depressed. The mind before was busy. But if you want to know so of the physical phenomena, you can know right at the present. You can know as right now that when the body is moving, that it is moving, it is turning left and right, it is looking up, looking down. You can look at the present. The body is breathing in, breathing out, present tense. But when you observe the mental phenomena, there is the word a little bit after, like the mind before was happy, you felt. When something arises, sati arises right after something arises. The mindfulness must arise right after the phenomena. It's not that when you are angry yesterday and now you realize it today, that will not do. So it has to be something right after the defilement arises. When the mental phenomena arise, sati arises right after, then you know so of that mental phenomena. Like when you are angry, we're not going to stop the anger because the anger is non-self. After the anger arises, we have sati to know so that the mind before was with anger. Usually the mind is lost before the defilement arises. With something that unwholesome, usually the mind is lost first. But something that is wholesome, it's not necessary that the mind is lost. For example, if you see the lost cat, the stray cat, you felt metta, that is wholesome, and now you want to hold it. That is lust, that you feel the mind feel toward clinging to the cat. Many people like to hold their cats. That is lust. They want to touch, want to be lost in with their presence. So lust has many levels, refined lust and very strong lust. Like if you want to sexual assault someone, that is a very strong lust. So as you observe the physical phenomena, you can observe at the present that the body is moving. But with mental phenomena, no, so right after the phenomena arise, like it was greedy, it was angry, but you have to do it. The mindfulness has to arise quickly right after the defilement arises. It has to be adjacent. If the mindfulness arise adjacent to the defilement, like the anger arise, and then you have mindfulness, that the anger would fall. If you have sati to know so of the anger would cease. When you have that, then you will have the mind that is a stable observer. As you have the stable observer often, you will gain the mental strength. As you have the mental strength, you can cultivate wisdom, and you will see that the aggregates are already separated. The aggregates are already separated, but if you don't have enough mental strength, you don't see that. You will feel that everything is one. So if you have enough mental strength, you will see that the mental and physical phenomena, they are separate things. The physical form and mental form are two separate things. If you see the aggregates often, and then you will see the three characteristics that comes with the aggregates. In short, you should know so of your body and your mind. That is a simpler way to say. For example, your hair, which element it is. People would say that it's an earth element for the hair, but actually the hair contains all three: earth, fire, and water elements inside the hair. But that is too difficult to see. So we can leave that for now. Now just know so of the body and the mind. If you can know so of the mind, then know so of the mind. If you cannot see the mind, then know so of the body. To know so of the mind, you have to, it required enough samadhi and sati. If you don't have that, you can observe the body instead. Because if you don't have enough mental strength, you can observe the body, because the body never escapes us. You can know so of the body, keep know so of the body moving, and then it will recharge your mental strength. It will recharge the mind. And then when you gain enough strength, then you can observe, you can see the mental phenomena more clearly. If you skill in your practice and you have strength, you will see that even the normal mind fall under the three characteristics, that they are not permanent. That sometimes the normal mind is here, sometimes the normal mind becomes the mind that is lost. Sometimes the normal mind is there, sometimes the mind becomes, the mind is lost in thought, in over-focusing. So even the normal mind fall under the three characteristics. The mind, wherever the mind arises, it falls there. People often feel that there's only one mind, but there's so many minds. Wherever the mind arises, it falls there. The mind arise and fall all the time. But you have to have enough sati and samadhi to see this truth. For example, when the mind arises at the eyes, it falls there. And then the mind can arise at the ears, and then it would cease there. Before, Luangpo thought that there is a place for the mind, because Luangpo saw that the defilement, wholesomeness, unwholesomeness, they all arise. The mental wholesomeness, the mental unwholesomeness, they arise from the middle of the chest area. So he thought this is where the mind is. But Luangpo Dun said, no, the mind has no place or no form. The correct thing is that there's many minds. The mind arises with the mental and physical phenomena. The mind arises with the mental and physical object. The mind arises there and then it falls there. You can observe that to see the truth of the body and the mind. In these five aggregates, there's nothing that is permanent. They all arise and fall. When there's a cause, it will arise. And when there's a small cause, it will cease. And these five aggregates is non-self. They are not under our control. When you see this, you can overcome the defilement more and more. Today's Dhamma talk becomes difficult again, right? Let's make it easy. Every day, uphold the moral precepts and do the formal practice. If you can, do the walking meditation for 3 hours every day. But if your legs are not well, you can do other things. But the key is not about walking meditation. You can do other things too. Many people, when they're sitting, their mind would wander off. So Luangpo told everyone to do the walking meditation. Can you tell that now that you have to walk 3 hours every day, now you have to adjust your daily activities to fit the practice, the 3-hour practice in. So you're not going to go out, you're not going to go shopping for too long anymore. So you will have more time to yourself. This is why Luangpo told the students to do the walking meditation for 3 hours every day. So you can have your body and your mind separated from other for 3 hours a day. If you cannot walk, you can sit and be aware. But Luangpo recommend that you walk if you can. But if you have to sit, sit with sati. Be mindful as you sit. So if you uphold the 5 moral precepts, do the 3 hours of walking meditation every day. If you can do that every day, your mind will cling more on the Dhamma. It will stay with the Dhamma more than the world. And your samadhi will arise more easily. And your samadhi will gain more and more strength. And you can cultivate vipassana better. Luangpo take a look at the students. And many of the students have more and more mental strength. But it's not that you're going to have strength every day, because it's the nature of the mind that it will progress and then regress. You can notice yourself. If you want to attain Nibbana, you have to do the work. So uphold the five moral precepts. Practice formally every day for 3 hours. You can choose any object in meditation. If the mind wander away from the object, know so. As you know so, then you will have the mind that is a stable observer. You will have a more quality type of mind to use to observe yourself during the daily life. So we are training our morality and we are training our mind. And then when after we train this, we can train ourselves to develop wisdom. So we have to have the mind that is a stable observer, and then it can cultivate wisdom. It will see the physical and mental phenomena as they really are. You will see from the truth of something that is more coarse to more refined. The consciousness is very refined to see the three characteristics. One day, if you skill, you will see that all the mind that arise, it falls there. If you can see that there's no us, then you can attain Sodabana or become a stream enterer. Luangpu had been giving a Dhamma talk for 40 years already, 41 years already. There's no more to what to say. พระอาจารย์ said to Luangpu that you can still give a Dhamma talk. That's something to say every day. But when it was his turn to give a Dhamma talk, he also said that I don't have anything to say. So Luangpu said the same thing to พระอาจารย์ Now homework reviewing time number 1. This also applies to Mother Nun as well. Number 1. I practice formally by chanting and doing the sitting meditation and observe my body breathing. I started to see my mind moves. I have less anger. I see more clearly of my ego. When I sit and meditate, sometimes I feel that the mind is learning something, but I don't remember what it learned. Luangpu said, you are practiced correctly. That is how it is. When you sit and meditate, when you understood something, it's very refined and deep. But after you exit samadhi, you don't remember. You remember vaguely. Like when Luangpu sat and meditate, Luangpu, the mind understood something, and Luangpu wanted to tell the students, but he only remembered a small part of it. That is correct. But is your mind is like this all the time? If it's like this all the time, the mind is still out. Can you feel that the mind is kind of outside? Let's take a breath. Notice of the breath going in and the breath going out. You don't have to worry about the mind. Notice of the breath. Don't try to control the mind. Can you tell that now you are controlling yourself? Use the natural mind. Let the mind be natural. Can you tell that the mind now is different than before? Can you tell that the mind was lost before? That's what you are stuck with, that your mind was still out. So you cannot see the suffering. It might understand some stuff, but it's out. But if the mind is with yourself, you can see the suffering. There's a teaching is the Opanayigo, meaning that we have to see the suffering that arises within ourselves. Number two, suffer a lot, wanted to fight already. Number two, practice formally and chant and do the walking meditation and plant the trees every day for 3 hours a day. Throughout the day, number two, feel the body moving. The mind is busy, worry about others. I have a lot of burden in the world. I have 2 small children. I have a lot of work. I work at the hospital, but I still try to set aside the time to do the formal practice. What Luang Por said before at the beginning of this Dhamma talk, today's Dhamma talk, is that you might have a lot of work in the world. You misunderstood that you wanted to get rid of your daily work. You can practice while taking care of your children. Like when you upset that the children are not going to sleep, you can know so that you are angry. When they are eating well, you are happy, know so that they are eating well. If you keep practicing like this, you don't have to wait until the children go to bed for you to practice. You can practice while you are taking care of them. You are brave and you have a bit of perseverance. That is very good. Number 3. Luang Por gave me a homework to observe my defilement. I still have the defilement, the same defilement again and again that would arise. Sometimes there's no cause outside, but my mind would develop the same defilement. Please tell me what to do next. What you are doing is correct. The mind is used to be lost, used to develop this certain defilement. Just know so of it. If your defilement is strong, let's notice that every time the defilement arises, suffering arises. Well, for example, if you are angry, anger brings with it suffering. What you are doing is correct. Keep practicing. Number 4. Oh, moment. Number 2, right now you are controlling yourself too much. Be comfortable. Be natural. The Dhamma is a natural thing, natural phenomena. Don't worry about it. Don't struggle too much. Don't try to find a way. Be with the nature. Be with the things right in front of you and read your mind often. That's all you need to do. Number 4. Number 4, uphold the 5 moral precepts. But I often break precept 4 and 5. I try to do the walking meditation and my mind is lost sometimes. Throughout the day, I see that I have a lot of anger. My mind is busy. I see the anger arise and fall. Please tell me what to do next. What you are doing is correct. Good. Be patient. Keep practicing. Like when you are eating, just one bite at a time. One spoon at a time. Number 5, I evaluated myself. I practice formally by sending out loving and kindness first, and then know so of my body. Throughout the day, I have sati and know so of the thing that come into contact with me. Sometimes the mind is lost, sometimes the mind is over focusing. Please tell me what to do next. your mind is, your practice is right, but it can be more correct. Right now, you are over focusing. The mind feels tight. The mind is not natural. When the mind that is not natural, it will not cultivate wisdom. When the mind cultivates wisdom, it's the feel of the mind that is cultivate wisdom is that it is similar to the mind that is busy, but the mind that is cultivate wisdom is visati. But if you are over focusing, it will not cultivate wisdom. Know so that you are over focusing. Keep knowing so. Every day, everyone here today, they practice very well. They are diligent in their practice. Number 6. A moment. Number 5. Right now, you are lifting the mind up and let it stay there. You are fabricating the mind and lift it up. You want to learn the fabrication of the mind. Don't fabricate the mind yourself. Right now, you are uplifting the mind to be higher and be still. Come back to know so of the body more. Because your mind tend to go up and stay still up there. To keep knowing so of the body moving, body breathing, that is, it will correct your habit of fabricating the mind to stay up there. Number 6. In formal practice, I practice for 1 to 3 hours a day. I can be more natural now. When I know so, I don't hold on to it. I let it go, and then my mind is lost. I cling to other stuff less. Sometimes when I listen to the Dhamma talk, sometimes I feel like I wanted to cry. Sometimes I have the understanding that the mind is non-self. Please tell me what to do next. Your mind has progressed much. Your duty is to keep practicing. You practice correctly. Number 7. In formal practice moment. Number 6. Right now, the mind is lost. Do you know? The mind is lost in thought. Just know so. You don't have to try to forbid it. Forbid the mind from getting lost. Be natural. And then see the movement of the mind. Can you tell that the mind just now, just happiness just arise? Because that means that you have the correct samadhi. What you are doing is good. Number 6. No, so when you have piti, that can you see that piti comes and goes on its own? Happiness comes and goes on its own. Equanimity also comes and goes on its own. Number 6 is very good. You can see phenomena in refined phenomena. Number 7, in formal practice, I chant, I do the walking meditation, and I also sit and meditate for 1.5 hours every day. When I have enough samadhi, it can see the 5 aggregates. I can see now that the body is not us. Throughout the day, I see the mind arising sometimes, especially when the mind, when I almost break the 5 moral precepts. Am I practicing correctly? Yes, correct, Luangpa replied, but don't control the mind to be still. The teaching assistant, come here. Look good.
เบอร์ 7 นะ
Number 7.
อย่าไปรักษาจิตให้มันนิ่งนะ
Don't try to keep the mind still. Right now, you might feel tight. If you intentionally try to interfere with the mind will feel tight. Let it be natural. Know so of the mind as it really is. Don't control the mind too much. Keep practicing good. Number 8. In formal practice, I chant. I also am aware when I exercise. I know of my body and I throughout the day I spend a lot of energy in thoughts, in thinking about work. I can see that I run away from suffering and run toward happiness instead. Please tell me what to do next. You should have one main object of meditation because you are looking at many things at the same time. For example, you can use your body because you do a lot of walking. So you can also of the body moving. After you see the body moving often, you can see the mind as well. You can use the body as the foundation of mindfulness. If you're looking at everything, your mind will be too busy. That is all the Dhamma talk for today. Today, can you tell that Luangpo, at the temple, there's a new system of offering food to the monks. Before, everyone would bring food and give the food to put in the bowl and put in the tray, and the volunteer will bring the tray inside the hall. That was so now you can do that again. If you bring your own bowl, take care of your bowls. But if you bring your own bowls, there's one drawback that many people would leave their own bowls and utensils at the temple. Now you can come back to the system before the COVID that you can put the food inside the bowl, put in the bowl yourself, and give the offering to the monks. We don't need that precaution, the COVID precaution anymore. You can put the food in the bowl yourself. That is all the Dhamma talk for today. อนุโมทนาค่ะ